Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this March 27th. Savannah Guthrie has broken her silence about her missing mom, Nancy. You'll recall Nancy went missing from her Arizona house in the middle of the night nearly 2 months ago. While it seemed like law enforcement was making progress a few days into the investigation, there's been no sign of the 84-year-old. But there has been a sign of Savannah back on the Today Show to talk about the ordeal. And I should point out, it's one thing to do a sit-down to share your story, but spreading it out as a two-parter does seem a little bit weird to milk the ratings, but I guess that's the TV biz. Anyhow, Savannah sat down with former co-host Hoda Kotb for a tearful chat. She outlined how she found out her mom was missing. Quote, "My sister called me and I said, 'Is everything okay?' And she said, 'No.' She said, 'Mom's missing.' And I said, 'What? What are you talking about?' And she said, 'She's gone.' Savannah outlined how she's getting through the day and night, and it's not involving much sleep, but she adds, quote, 'My faith is strong and resolute, but I early on felt that I heard from one of the very few times in my life I heard God speak to me. As I said to myself, I can handle anything, God, I can handle anything. I just can't handle not knowing. We can't handle not knowing. I have to know. And I heard a voice, and it said, you do know where she is. She's with me. She's with me. So whether she's on this earth still or whether she's in heaven, I know where she is. I know who she's with, but we need to know." Savannah said that she believes the 2 ransom notes that the family received are legitimate, but is still pleading for people to do the right thing and let them know Nancy's whereabouts. Shifting gears entirely, was Shaquille O'Neal hoping to do the dirty with Sabrina Carpenter? He says no, because he's got too much game. Let's rewind, though, okay? Let's rewind. Pull back. There was a social media report that Shaq did the DM slide into Carpenter's inbox. I just realized how we worded that, but you know what I'm saying. Actually, it's a double meaning, actually. He was asked about it on a podcast and read the supposed exchange. Quote, "I'm Shaq. What's your name, baby?" Carpenter says, "I know who you are. You're way too famous to be sending me messages like that." Shaq allegedly replied, "I can't be horny and want some of that snow bunny kitty for myself. You're being so rude for no reason. You can't handle the big diesel anyway. My meat would have you in the hospital. Can we find out?" Asked point blank if Shaq... You know, I know him, and... I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, he said he's, quote, got way more game than that. Britney Spears says that she was... It's Friday. You know what? It's just... Let's just do this and get out of here, all right? Britney Spears says that she was hacked by her former bodyguard. Last month, Spears' lawyer sent a cease and desist letter to Thomas Bunbury, threatening criminal charges after she said that he hacked into her devices and Apple iCloud account. She fears he stole, or at least made copies of her personal files after gaining access without permission. Bunbury was reportedly fired last August for violating his NDA by communicating with fans and the media. It said that Spears suspects Bunbury accessed her devices and files after he was fired because Spears was locked out of her accounts at the time. TMZ reached out to Bunbury and he had no comment on the accusations. There we go. I'm so distracted. What was the whole snow bunny kitty? That's check your celebrity headlines for this Friday, March 27th. I'm back next week right here on the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the